Hey, what's going on, everyone? Gillis TV back here with some more NHL updates. Of course, coming out of Vancouver, a couple things to go over today. One involving Quinn Hughes, of course. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, like anything, NHL related, from injuries, trade rumors, news, trades, signings, whatever there is in the world of the NHL, I try to get it covered here on the channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. No, I'm an Oilers fan, but you know what? Hockey's hockey. I love watching all hockey. Of course, I am a diehard Oilers fan, but still interested to see how other teams do and play. So if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, and we'll get into it. So the coach of the Vancouver Canucks has said that Quinn Hughes is unavailable to play tonight. He's missing his second straight game with an undisclosed injury, so hopefully it's not serious and he can be back. Of course, Quinn Hughes, arguably one of the best defenders in the NHL. I say arguably because you could put Cale Makar right next to him. And both of those guys are just unbelievable defensemen and what they do for their team. So Quinn Hughes, a huge part of the Vancouver Canucks, missing his second game. Then earlier today, it was noted the Vancouver Canucks are listening to trade rumors on Carson Soucy, Viking native of Alberta, just a couple hours away from me, is on the trade block. Now, that's a little tricky situation when it comes to Carson Soucy, as looking at Puckpedia right now, he does have a no trade clause. So that is something that they would have to ask, like JT Miller, to waive his rights to get traded. Now, arguably, the Vancouver Canucks could get a decent return for Carson Soucy, $3.25 million, left-handed defender. I know a lot of teams are interested in the right, but there is still a market for Carson Soucy out there, who's on his second year of the 3-year deal. So it is the rest of this year plus next year for Carson Soucy, which isn't terrible. He's not the greatest, but he's not the worst. He's one of those put on the third line if you're a Stanley Cup contending team. Put on the third D pairing there, and he would be solid back there for a lot of Stanley Cup contender teams. I think Vancouver would more than likely appreciate if he went to the East. But then again, he does have a no-trade clause in his deal here, as, like I said, that's going to be the tough part here. And I'm just going to click on, see if there's any teams. No, so it is a full no trade clause. So a little bit of helping hand by Soucy here could force a trade for the Canucks. He can have the right to, say, I'll go play with this team. I'll waive my no trade clause for this team. That's what JT Miller did in the deal that sent him to the New York Rangers. But that is pretty much it for the news there for the Canucks, as Quinn Hughes missing the second straight game this tonight against the Colorado Avalanche. And, of course, Carson Soucy put on the trade block. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Gillis TV. Have a good one.